The most judgmental people are insecure for one simple reason. And that reason is that people who are truly confident don't go around judging what is wrong with others because they are too busy living their own lives and thinking on how to improve themselves and provide for the people they love instead of wasting time, energy, and mental bandwidth thinking about what others are doing when it does not affect them. While insecure people, on the other hand, like to judge because it gives them a temporary feeling of control. If they can make your outfit weird, your business stupid, your dream unrealistic, your video cringe, your confidence arrogance, or your ambition too much, then for a few seconds, they don't have to look at themselves. And once you understand this simple truth, you stop letting random people control how you move. You stop walking into a room feeling small. You stop looking away the moment someone makes eye contact. You stop jumping every time you hear a noise as if you're under gunfire. You stop sprinting across crosswalks when there's still 30 seconds left on the timer because there's some imaginary pressure in your head telling you that everyone is watching and it's awkward to be in the middle of the road when they are not. And that awkward feeling is just made up in your head because if you think it's awkward and I don't, then it isn't awkward for me. That feeling only exists for you. And that is because everyone else is too busy living in their own complex, chaotic, intricate lives to ever give you a second thought. Just seconds after your interaction with them ends. And these are the people that you're letting control how you behave, what you do, and allowing to hold you back from your dreams and ambitions out of fear of being judged. And the craziest part is that you aren't even a product of what you think you are. You aren't even what other people think you are. You are what you think other people think you are. So why not think that they're thinking you're the best? Anyways, in this video, I'm going to show you why judgment is usually just insecurity being projected and how to stop letting other people's irrelevant opinions control your behavior and how to start moving through the world like someone who respects themselves. Because if you can master this, you stop living for approval. And the first thing to keep in mind is most judgment is about them, not you. When someone judges you, ask yourself, why are they telling me this? Why are they reacting like this? What does this say about them? Because 99% of the time, their reaction has more to do with their own fear, their own insecurity, their own jealousy, or programming than it has to do with you. For example, if you tell someone you want to make money online and they say it's a scam, that usually means they just don't believe that they could do it themselves. If you post online and they call it cringe, that usually means they're too embarrassed, insecure, or nervous to put themselves out there and be seen. If you start improving your health and they make jokes, that usually means that your discipline is making them uncomfortable and reflect on what they could actually be doing. Because people do not attack what is irrelevant to them. They attack what reflects something that they do not want to face. The next thing is stop becoming a moldable object. Because most insecure people move through the world like they are trying not to offend the air. Someone walks behind them and they jump out of the way. Someone makes eye contact and they immediately look down. That doesn't mean to be rude or stand in people's way like an idiot. If you're causing an interference, of course, calmly move out of the fucking way, but stop acting like your existence is an inconvenience. Move calmly. Do not be scattered or reactive. Look people in the eye. Stay composed. Because the way you carry yourself teaches your brain who you are. Third is, what would you do if nobody could see it? Ask yourself, what would I do if I could achieve anything, but I could never post it on social media? What goals would still matter for you? If you were the only person on this earth, what would you enjoy doing? What would you do to pass your time? What would you build? What body would you create? What skill would you learn? And what life would you live? Because a lot of people do not want success. They want applause from others. And that is a trap. If your entire dream depends on other people seeing it, then no matter what you do, you are still controlled by the same judgment that you claim or say to not care about. So build the thing that you would be proud of if nobody clapped. Fourth is pretty obvious, but your belief decides what you see. The mirror is a world, or the world is a mirror that reflects your thoughts and actions and behaviors. It reminds me of this saying or example of two blind men touching an elephant. One touches the leg and says, "This feels like a tree, like a tree trunk." And the second touches the elephant's nose, the trunk, and says, this feels like a snake. They are both touching the same elephant. They are both touching the same thing, but they're having completely different experiences and they are both right. And that is how belief works. If you believe making it online is difficult or a scam, you will find evidence to support your belief. On the other hand, if you believe it is possible, you will find evidence and proof to support that as well. Two people can be right at the same time. If you look for signs, you will see signs. If you believe people are judging you, you will see signs of them judging you, even if they have no idea you exist. If you believe that life is happening to you as opposed to for you, you will find signs for that as well. So if you're going to believe something anyway, then you might as well believe things that help you in the areas of life that matter. For example, your relationships, your health, your income, your mission, your purpose. But how do you hold beliefs that help your health or your income or your relationships? If you believe, again, making money is hard, it will be hard. If you believe money is in abundance and it flows to you, that can be the case. For relationships, if you believe people are out to get you, evil, you might end up finding examples of that being true. If you believe people are good intention, then the same point stands. For relation or for health, how do you install beliefs that help you in sustaining good health? Well, you install a baseline belief that keeps you healthy. For example, I do not get sick. If it is raining, snowing, sleet outside, but I'm inside of a house, I'm not being affected by the weather. So install a baseline view, a baseline belief that allows you to not be affected by external circumstances. Build a house in your mind that affects you from the shit weather coming in from all other areas in life. The next thing I want to touch on is completing your tasks until it becomes reality. Because confidence is not something that you think your way into. You build it by doing what you said you were going to do and doing that over and over again. No snoozing your alarm, wake up when you say you will, complete the task, go to the gym, make the post, dial the lead, take the sales call, send the DM, ask the girl, keep your word, go to church, pray to God, read your Bible. Sooner or later, your brain starts believing that you are the kind of person who follows through. And once that becomes your reality, judgment does not land the same. Because now you have evidence. 6 is staying in the present, since a lot of anxiety comes from living in the future, while depression comes from living in the past. So if you were thinking about what could happen, what might happen, what they might think or say about you, what went wrong, who judged you, who laughed, who didn't, then just come back to the present, to the now. Because now is the only thing that matters. And right now, it's probably not raining inside of your house. Look, you are the center of your own experience. That does not mean that the world revolves around you, but what it does mean is that the world you experience is filtered through you. It's filtered through your beliefs, it's filtered through your state, your insecurities, and your interpretations. So if you walk through life assuming that everyone is judging you, you will feel judged everywhere and begin judging yourself by judging others. But if you walk through life understanding that most people are way too busy and caught up fighting their own internal battles to care about what you do, then you become free. The most secure person in the room is not the loudest. It is the person who does not need everyone else to approve of how they live. So if you want to stop being controlled by other people's opinions, start watching your own judgments. Because the way you judge others is usually the same place you are insecure yourself. Subscribe down below. I post new videos every week on mindset, sales, making money online, and building a life that you actually want to live. Catch you in the next one, homie. Peace.